Hey guys, this is HC Halo 75 here, starting off with a Utah State Aggies rebuild. So in this series, our primary focus is going to be building the toughest recruiting class possible. So how I set up the series is I am going to be running just a recruiting class and developing those guys. It'll be the only one that I scout out players on. Everything after this will be automated. So the length of the series is going to be 5 seasons long, and there'll be a few things to go off of there. So, all right, so here's our initial look at the class. We've got DeMarco Riggins from Gillette, Wyoming, Ty Fries from Boise, Idaho, and we are just kind of rolling through here. We got James Muma, who is a gem. We got a few guys from Idaho here. Mac McCracken, he's a bust, but he has 92 kick power, so I think it's worth keeping him on. A few other guys on there as well. Some 3 stars, 2 stars. There's Emmanuel Keene and Ty Hickson, both 4-star quarterbacks. Definitely open to pick these guys up. Ty Hickson is a gem, so definitely rooting for that. Then we got Castello and Funchess, as well as Atachu. And then we got Nick Foss, who's also a gem, Joe Driscoll, Christian Hennessy. All right, we've moved on. We are now on week 0. Got a few 4-star guys. So just rolling down the board, kind of showing you guys. We did lose Ty at the quarterback, so we're already down to 1 4-star quarterback left. Still majority of the people that we had last week. During this recruiting class, I was definitely looking for guys that would have decent deal breakers, people that we can keep through all 5 years of this rebuild. All right, so we are now in week 1. Moving on, this will give us kind of a good indicator of where we're at with these recruits. So you can tell that a few of these guys, we are on their list, moving up. A few of them we are in first place, so hopefully we pick those guys up. We have moved on to about the halfway point of the season. We've got a couple of guys that have committed, like this guy right here, Santiago Corredaro. He is committed. He's our 3-star free safety. We got Hajrulahu, who is our Will, and then Stubbs at Mike. So definitely a couple guys there. Joe Driscoll, he's committed. We've picked up a couple other guys that we have interest in, like Doug Knight, Barry Morris, Bob Parker, Ronnie Isaac, Montel Curtis, Roy Canati. He was the last 4-star quarterback available. So kind of a long shot, but hoping we do pick him up. That would be awesome. Terrell Slaughter, an athlete running back. All right, so moving on. We have let our offensive and defensive coordinator go in hopes that we can find some decent replacements. We're going to go ahead and hop into our early National Signing Day, take a sneak peek at the recruits that we were able to get committed to the roster, and then we'll look at filling some staff. So there's Santiago Guardado, and he just has normal dev. Same with Yeast. Scott McConnell, also normal. Hajrulahu, normal. Stubbs, normal. Mo, normal. So not really seeing anybody with anything more than normal dev. Oh, there we go. Ronnie Isaac with star dev. We will take that for sure. Roy Canati, we're staying in that battle, but it looks like we will probably end up losing that one. And a couple other guys that we've added on. All right, so taking a look at the potential candidates here. Taking a close look at Tim Albin. He is an architect, so definitely pretty familiar with running the architect in some of my own rebuilds. So I definitely like that system. It's a good system. I think we're going to go ahead and make him an offer and see if he accepts. Rolling over to defensive coordinator. Looks like Ryan Beard is the highest level, and I believe the only head coach as well. So let's go ahead and take a look at his talent tree. He's an architect as well. That's all I need to see. Let's give him an offer as well. And sweet. We picked up Tim Albin. so he'll be a great addition. And then Ryan Beard also accepted the position. So we've now got our coordinators filled. We're going to take a quick look at our draft result before looking at our off-season recruiting board. Looks like Avenger will go in the 7th round, so that's cool. All right. So just kind of taking a peek here. We've got Doug Knight, Morris, Parker, Curtis. So not a lot of changes. We do still have a chance with Kennedy here. So we will be going in full force to pick him up, sending the house. A couple other guys are sending the house on as well. There's Laron Martin, Nick Foss. We initially lost him because of playing style, but his deal breaker is back where we need it to be. So we got him back on the list. A few other guys rolling down the list here. And hopefully we end up picking them up. Alrighty. So here is signing day. I'm going to go ahead and take a look. So most of these guys are normal dev, especially the guys that we initially had on our board that we were able to keep. Pretty much all of them were just normal dev. Ronnie Isaac was star dev, which is great. We do end up picking up Roy Kennedy. He is impact dev and a 4-star, so that is a great addition to the team there. Terrell Slaughter, he is star dev. Thomas Cheeseman, impact dev. Carney, impact. He's our fullback. Got Brown and Freese, normal. Oh, LaRon Martin, also as star dev. He's our JUCO sophomore running back. Nick Foss, impact dev. Fala, normal. Weeks, normal. Malik, impact. Carmona, normal. Cornell, normal. Apple, normal. Popo is impact dev. We will take it. Qualls, Ohabo, George Inechukwu. We're just going to call him George. And then Caleb's son. So just wanted to show you guys real quick that we have updated the Pac-12 for what it will look like going into 2026. And then we've made some other tweaks just to kind of balance out the other conferences. No major changes though. All right, so we're going to go over the sliders here. I want you to keep in mind that everything is being played on Heisman difficulty. And then I did tweak the XP sliders, so people will develop normally, or at least more accurately, like a game-to-game and in-game development. There's our sliders that we run for Heisman difficulty. And it seems to give me some pretty competitive games, and when you win, it really feels like you played well to get the win. Here is our schedule going into the next season. We face the FCS Northwest, then Syracuse, East Carolina, Utah. So some pretty standard teams. Utah's a rivalry game. We then play Texas A&M. That'll be tough. And then our Pac-12 games. I don't know if you noticed, but pretty much every team in the Pac-12, they're a state. It's like Texas State, Colorado State, Fresno State, San Diego State. Lots and lots of states. All right, we're going to go ahead and roll into our depth chart. We have Kennedy, our starting quarterback here. Doug Knight, who is our athlete, dual threat quarterback. Turns out he was actually higher rated as a running back, so we moved him there. He's got the starting job. Evan Carney is our starting fullback. I don't know if you noticed there, but Anthony Garcia, our quarterback, is our second best wide receiver. So we've got him at wide receiver 2. Then we have Nick Foss as our starting tight end. Curtis is our third string. At right edge, we have Thomas Cheeseman. Ronnie Isaac will be our starting will. I bet he'll do pretty well there. At cornerback, we got George at cornerback number 2. And then at kicker, we got our freshman Bob Parker. And at punter, we got Mac McCracken, our freshman punter. Roy Kennedy, the 4-star impact dev. His accuracy isn't as high as I want it to be, but his power is nearly capless, which is perfect for this build. And then we got IQ and elusiveness that are capless. So this guy's got a ridiculous range and should develop quite nicely. Then we got Terrell Slaughter, our star running back. His skill caps are pretty good as well. Power is nearly capless. His IQ is capless. So I bet he will develop pretty nicely as well. At tight end, we got Nick Foss. So taking a look at his skill caps, his hands can barely improve, but his IQ and power are capless. So again, he's another really good fit for this series. And then rolling over to Rodney Isaac here. Rodney Isaac, he's got some decent caps. Not great with pass coverage, but pretty much everything else is really good. He does have some room to improve on his power. Yeah, our next video will be just a game 1 against FCS Northwest, and we'll see how it goes. Hopefully we're able to put together a decent strategy and get a win there with our pretty heavy freshman class that's starting. So anyways, thanks for watching and have a great day.